They disarmed him. They surrounded him. They underestimated him. That decision cost them everything. The capture. September 19th, 1944. Near the forests outside Nancy, northeastern France. Dawn breaks low and gray, the kind that flattens sound and swallows distance. Wet leaves cling to boots. Somewhere beyond the trees, German artillery mutters far enough to ignore, close enough to remind you the war is not done with you yet. A lone Allied soldier moves carefully through the undergrowth. His uniform is torn at the elbow, mud darkens the knees. He carries no helmet, now lost somewhere in the night, and his rifle hangs low, nearly empty. He has been moving alone for hours, cut off from his unit during a chaotic withdrawal after a failed probe against German positions along the Moselle. You can hear him before you see him breathing, controlled, deliberate. This is not panic. This is a man trained to survive when plans collapse. He freezes. A boot snaps a twig to his left. Then another sound, metal on metal. A bolt cycling. German voices. Close. Too close. Hände hoch. Hands up. The shout is sharp, confident. Not shouted from a distance, but spoken by someone who already knows the answer. The soldier raises his hand slowly. From the trees, step gray-green, figures Wehrmacht infantry, at least a squad, maybe more, steel helmets, MP-40S at chest level. A Feldwebel moves in first, eyes alert, scanning for a trick. The Allied soldier is searched roughly. His sidearm is taken, his knife, spare magazines. Someone laughs when they find how little ammunition he has left. A rifle butt pushes him forward. To be captured on the Western Front in late 1944 is to step into uncertainty. Some prisoners are marched to the rear and processed. Others disappear. Interrogation can mean fists, boots, or worse, especially if the captors suspect you are a scout or saboteur. This man fits that profile. He is young, but his eyes are wrong for a conscript. Too calm, too observant. He watches everything, the spacing between soldiers, the way one man's sling hangs loose, the fact that another's MP-40 safety is off. The Germans assume what they always assume in moments like this. The fight has left him. They are wrong. They march him toward a shallow clearing where more troops are gathered, men from a security detachment rotating forward. Someone jokes. Another lights a cigarette. Weapons dip slightly. The tension loosens just a fraction. The prisoner is shoved to his knees. A German corporal steps closer, crouches, and grips the front of his jacket, pulling his face up. The corporal smirks. There is laughter now, the kind that comes when men believe the danger has passed. No one notices the prisoner's breathing slow even further. No one notices his hands flex once testing blood flow. No one notices his eyes fix on the nearest submachine gun. In close quarters, the difference between life and death is measured in seconds. Training matters, so does instinct, but above all, it is positioning the geometry of bodies, weapons, and hesitation. The Germans stand in a loose semicircle, too loose. The corporal turns his head for just a moment, responding to something said behind him. That moment is enough. The prisoner surges upward. It happens faster than thought. His left hand slams the MP-40 upward, jamming the barrel toward the sky as his right hand rips it free from the startled soldier's grip. The weapon is already off safe. The first burst tears through the man beside him at point-blank range. Shouts explode across the clearing. Someone screams. Someone else tries to raise a rifle but collides with another body. The prisoner pivots, firing from the hip, moving into the chaos, not away from it. He does not freeze. He does not hesitate. Every step is forward, aggressive, overwhelming. This is not marksmanship. This is close-range annihilation. The Germans scramble, some diving for cover, others firing wildly, rounds snapping past tree trunks and kicking dirt into the air. But they are reacting, not acting, and reaction is always slower. The clearing becomes a storm of sound automatic fire hammering, shouted orders colliding, bodies falling where they stood seconds before. The prisoner keeps moving, reloading without looking, stepping over the fallen, closing distance. What began as a routine capture has turned into something else entirely, something primal, violent, and irreversible. And the men who laughed moments ago now understand, too late, that they did not take a helpless prisoner. They unleashed a killing ground. 45 seconds of hell, the stopwatch would come later. In the moment, there is only noise, deafening, overlapping, uncontrollable. The MP, $40 in the prisoner's hands as he advances, firing in short, brutal bursts. At this range, accuracy is irrelevant. 3 men go down near simultaneously, cut apart before they can even turn their weapons. One collapses backward, helmet flying free. Another drops forward, face first into the mud. A German soldier tries to run. He makes it 2 steps. The prisoner swings, fires, and the man spins sideways, legs folding beneath him as if the ground itself has been pulled away. Someone shouts orders, "Deckung, zurück!" But the words dissolve into panic. The formation is gone. The semicircle has collapsed into knots of men, each reacting alone, each convinced the threat is directly in front of him. The prisoner uses that. He charges straight through the center of the clearing, firing left, then right, then left again. The MP, 40 clicks, empty. Without breaking stride, he drops it and lunges for a fallen rifle. Carabiner 98K already cycling the bolt as he rises. At 5 meters, the first shot punches through a chest. Bolt, fire. Another man falls, hands clawing at the air. Bolt, fire. The rhythm is mechanical, efficient, terrifying. A German private raises his pistol at point-blank range. The shot goes wide. The prisoner slams the rifle butt into his face, crushing bone, then fires downward once. The body goes still. Blood is everywhere now, darkening the leaves, soaking into uniforms, turning the clearing into something unrecognizable. A grenade clatters onto the ground. The prisoner kicks it hard, sending it skidding behind a tree just as it detonates. The blast tears through. 2 men crouch there, shrapnel ripping into legs and torsos. He is moving constantly, never stopping, never retreating. This is the mistake the Germans keep making. They expect him to break, to flee, to seek cover like a hunted man. Instead, he hunts them. At close quarters, superiority in numbers becomes a liability. Men hesitate, afraid of hitting their own. Weapons jam. Magazines run dry. Orders contradict each other. The prisoner closes the distance and removes their time. A Feldwebel tries to rally what remains of the squad, shouting for a counterattack. He barely finishes the sentence before a shot takes him through the throat. He drops without a sound. Another soldier stumbles backward, slipping in the mud, trying to crawl away. The prisoner steps over him and fires once into his back without looking. The clearing is almost silent now, broken only by groans and the ringing echo of gunfire fading into the trees. The prisoner scans. 2 men remain on their feet. One freezes, rifle half raised, eyes wide with disbelief. The other turns and runs. The prisoner fires twice. Both fall. It is over. 45 seconds. 21 bodies lie scattered across the clearing, some piled, some sprawled where they stood moments earlier. The laughter is gone. The cigarettes burn unattended in the dirt. The prisoner stands alone, chest heaving now, adrenaline finally breaking through discipline. His hands shake as he reloads by instinct. Not because he expects another fight, but because stopping feels dangerous. He listens. Nothing. No boots. No voices. Just the wind through the trees and the distant thump of artillery, still indifferent to what has just happened here. He does not stay. He strips ammunition from the fallen, takes a helmet, a coat, anything useful. He moves fast, vanishing back into the forest before German reinforcements can be drawn by the gunfire. Later, much later, this incident will be recorded in fragments. A patrol that failed to report in. A clearing found littered with bodies. A rumor passed between units of a captured Allied soldier who went mad and slaughtered an entire detachment. The truth is simpler and more unsettling. This was not madness. This was training meeting opportunity. The soldier survives the war. His name appears in after-action reports, buried under larger operations and grander offensives. There are no medals for this moment. No official citation listing what happened in that clearing. But among veterans, stories persist. about the danger of underestimating a captured man, about how close combat erases rank, numbers, and certainty, about 45 seconds that turned captivity into carnage, and about one soldier who proved that, even surrounded, even disarmed, the war is never truly over until you decide it is.